Hi, welcome to the Anandashri Astrology New Moon forecast for this August 11th, 2018, a solar eclipse. So we're in between eclipses. The moon is waning. How are you feeling? The moon is getting darker and darker, and soon it will converge with the sun and Rahu, the head of the eclipse snake, the shadow that causes eclipses. So this solar eclipse is partial. It's not a total solar eclipse, but it is powerful nevertheless, and it is not actually going to even be visible in the United States, although it is visible in Northern Europe, I think Scandinavia, China, Russia, some areas in there. Nevertheless, it's still going to affect us on a personal level, particularly in the area it aspects your natal chart. So if you're interested in getting a personal one-on-one reading with me to explore how these eclipses are affecting you on that level, how it's aspecting your chart, be sure to check out the link below. You can book a reading with me there. The solar eclipse is about 3.5 hours long, but it's peaking at 2:46 a.m. Pacific time. And this is the third and the last eclipse of a series of eclipses we've had in the last month. This is the third one. So if you've been feeling the waves of change lately in your life, or a lot of pressure, anxiety, or sudden shifts in things that you didn't expect maybe to change, like things have reached a breaking point, or that you're teetering on the edge of an unknown kind of void or cliff with your life, you know, it's not surprising. So solar eclipses can shift directions in our lives, close doors, close chapters, and open new ones. And this solar eclipse is in Cancer in Vedic astrology, in the nakshatra of Ashlesha. Ashlesha nakshatra. Ashlesha is connected to Naga, the Naga dragon, these serpents, these deep primal serpents of the underwater world, or the underground, deep in the core of the earth, coiled tight, also in the root chakra of each person. So the power that we're all born with, this deep, maybe you could say reptilian power, but also the life force of this planet is mysteriously supported by this snake. Vishnu sits on the hood of a snake. Ashlesha is said to hold the power of medicine and poison as well, like a snake has venom. There's a certain toxin in Ashlesha, but also the unearthing and the unraveling of that toxin. The nakshatra Ashlesha is sometimes called the clinging star, the entwiner, the kind of entanglement that we can feel in the primal energy of life, the deep ocean tides of Cancer, and the entangling nature of attachment and emotions. So there's a passionate nature to Ashlesha as well. So this solar eclipse could bring up some complicated relationship dynamics. It's possible. Or also, Ashlesha has a tendency to kind of trigger sometimes fear, inhibition, you know, deeper kind of subconscious emotions. Yeah, so take care of your minds on this solar eclipse. Take care of your emotional body, particularly because also Mars and Ketu continue to be traveling together. Mars is retrograde and exalted, still very bright, and aspecting into this solar eclipse on the opposite side. So, yeah. So this volatile and fiery combination of Mars and Ketu continue, and you can see the kind of burning and flaming influence maybe in the environment, and also in maybe in your life on an inner level. So try to keep it cool. Remember, people are maybe really ambitious now too, or maybe you are too, which is good to push into new possibilities and push against your comfort zone. But remember also, people are irritable, right? And fearful in dealing with strong emotions. So stay out of conflict as much as possible. Take it easy, keep it light. One of the most important aspects of the solar eclipse is Mercury Retrograde. Now, Mercury Retrograde started back in July 25th, and it is going to continue until August 19th. And this particular solar eclipse is converging with Mercury Retrograde. He's been traveling with Rahu anyway, and will be converging with the solar eclipse. So less than 3 degrees away or so. So he basically will be combust into the sun when the solar eclipse happens on the 11th. And what this means is, like, you may find that the typical things maybe you've been experiencing with this Mercury retrograde cycle, like delays or miscommunication or funny technical problems, these sorts of problems may take on very strong form, be amplified or extreme, maybe even pushing it to implications where things have to completely transform. Now, this can be extremely frustrating, but it can also lead to some really wonderful revisions and deep kind of reformations, right, of problems that may have been, cast aside or cast under the rug for a long time. So this energy can be used to really go back and look over how you're doing your technique, or over projects maybe that you've delayed, or issues you've had also maybe in your relationships. Because Mercury retrograde can bring back people from the past as well, especially when it's converging with Rahu. It could be people that you have particularly strong karmic relationships with. So if people are coming back, kind of emerging from the woodwork that you haven't seen for a while, this is a powerful time to really, get complete and kind of reconnect in a different, transformative kind of way, perhaps a very healing way even. But again, be very patient and aware and conscious how you communicate, okay? Because there's a lot of intensity out there. Solar eclipses magnify and intensify everything. They can be like a storm coming through sometimes, depending on how it aspects your chart and what kind of dasha cycle you're running. But solar eclipses can also magnify our spiritual practices in a positive way and reinforce transformative shifts that we're ready to make. So this is a great time to be doing meditation, mantra japa, if that's your practice. It's multiplied exponentially at this time. But also letting go of the past. This is an excellent time to really release and let go of old patterns. And though with all of this, any kind of spiritual practice you do, especially, take care of your mind, protect yourself, take it easy, and really ground yourself, because it can be, especially with Mercury retrograde conjoined, it can be taxing on the nervous system, right? And very chaotic in some ways. So take it easy, breathe deep, and enjoy this solar eclipse coming up. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say about this upcoming solar eclipse in Ashlesha Nakshatra. Okay, so the first card that came up is the Moon. The Moon. The Moon has a lot to do with what I've been talking about, with some of these very deeper, kind of unconscious areas of our minds and our spirit, there's a certain kind of shadowy, the shadow self, right? They talk about in psychology, the unknown areas of our psyche, the dream world. We can journey into and discover more of. But there's this illusion sometimes and confusion that surrounds this card as well. Yeah, Ashlesha holds a lot of real deep energy. It's one of these nakshatras that are on a Gandanta point, they call it, between the fire and the water. It's a kind of a juncture between worlds, in a way. It holds a lot of powerful transformative energy, Ashlesha. But there's something also, of course, dangerous. It's a snake, right? So there's an awareness to bring in here of how to bring the shadow world up, how to hold up ourselves and our emotions so that we feel safe, or the emotions of others, right? How to handle that. Really even be aware and bring it into consciousness in a way that completes and makes wholeness and doesn't disturb. Here we go, and here's the devil. It's quite an intense solar eclipse reading. The moon and the devil. The devil also has this quality of primal energy, right? Primal, earthbound, deep root chakra. The instinct. Here he is, the goat. The instinct to live, to keep alive, to keep the ambition, to keep going and compete in a way in this world. The drive of life, right? And how sometimes we feel so trapped by that too. Yes. So coming out of that trap means coming out of sort of the selfishness or the sort of what can happen sometimes when the emotions are so big or our attachments are so strong that we get kind of trapped in an idea of sort of self-centered or too self-focused. So this is a time when the light of the solar eclipse, this shadow kind of energy actually, is allowing us to access some of these parts of ourselves perhaps that we're not aware of completely. How and these parts might feel a little poisonous. They might actually be really toxic or even self-sabotaging. So bringing awareness into them is a way to cure it. A way to be released from bondage, in a way, like the trap of the material realm and our old karmas and our old patterns. And the final card, the 9 of Swords. Yikes. So, yes, I mean, it is about old wounds. It could be karmic wounds even. Really subconscious stuff, right? So be very gentle with yourself right now. Mercury's retrograde anyway, so there's no need to push forward too hard. Allow things to unfold and be very patient with others as well. It's kind of, Ashlesha can cause anxiety. I've noticed, and even push people to really extremes, certain, especially very sensitive individuals. So if you know anyone who is really suffering right now or lonely or going through any kind of loss or trouble, I'll reach out to them. Give them a call, see how they're doing. And take a look at these cards. Strong solar eclipse cards. if you're having trouble relaxing or understanding how things are going, if your sleep is disturbed, ground into the earth below you, the earth that has always supported you, the earth from which you came. You hold the power of transformation, life itself, within you. And it's an illusion, really, that separates you from your source. Don't let the ghosts of the past haunt you. Letting go of the past and finding your true essence, exactly who you are, coming back to that. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with how things have unfolded. Okay. Strong eclipse weather out there, eclipse season. Take care of yourself and contact me if you would like a one-on-one Vedic astrology reading to get more insight on how these eclipses have been affecting you and will continue to unfold. Also, I offer one-on-one tarot readings too, so check the link out below in the YouTube description window. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. It's one click, just click it below. And I also offer a blog I write every 2 weeks. You can get on my newsletter. I'll also post a link there to do that. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. Take care. Have a safe, take care of yourself on this solar eclipse. Namaste.